What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another draft breakdown here. Today, we're actually combining two into a special teams draft video here, that being Andres Borregales from Miami, the kicker, as well as Julian Ashby from Vanderbilt. So let's get right into it. Before we get into these breakdown of the players here, I also wanted to go over the trades that kind of landed them the selections at this time. So the Patriots originally held a 5th round 171st overall selection in this year's draft. However, they traded that to the Detroit Lions for a 6th rounder, that being the 182nd overall pick, which they ended up taking Andres Borregales with, of course, kicker from Miami, as well as they also got themselves a 7th rounder, that being the 228th overall pick, in which they actually traded that later to the Kansas City Chiefs in return for another couple of 7th rounders, that being the 251st pick, which they selected Julian Ashby with, who we'll also be talking about in this video, as well as the Mr. Irrelevant pick, the last overall selection in the NFL draft, that being pick 257. Now that that's over, let's get into some special teams players here. The first one, of course, being Andres Borregales, kicker out of Miami, 23 years old, 5'11", 170 pounds, the 182nd overall pick. He spent 4 years at Miami, and really, the only really true concern here I have with this kicker is whether or not he's going to be able to adapt to the cold weather, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots do end up picking up a veteran kicker, and these two end up having a battle in training camp. But taking a look at the statistics here for Andres, during the 2024 campaign, he actually had a 91 overall field goal grade according to PFF. He was 62 of 62 on extra points. He was 18 of 19 from field goals. He was 7 of 7 inside of 30, 4 of 4 inside 40. He was 5 of 6 inside 50, and he made 2 50-plus yarders, 2 of 2 of the 50 yards kicks. And take a look at his career statistics at Miami. He actually made 183 of 184 extra points, and he was 74 of 86 in terms of field goals. He was 25 of 26 of inside the 30 for his career, 25 of 29 of inside the 40 for his career, 17 of 21 of inside the 50 for his career, and he was 7 of 10 from 50-plus yards. So very solid kicking numbers there. Hopefully he gets a good connection with whoever's snapping on the ball, whoever the holder is going to be. It's probably going to be Bryce Behringer for the holder. I would assume that it's going to be Joe Cardona, still being the long snapper. However, speaking of long snappers, the Patriots also drafted themselves a long snapper in this year's draft. And no, I do not believe that this means that Joe Cardona is on the way out. I think that this is simply going to be a practice squad stash until Joe Cardona decides to hang it up. But taking a look at Julian Ashby here, he's 22 years old, 6'1", 221 pounds, 251st overall pick. He's played 4 years of college football, 3 at Furman, and 1, the most recent, at Vanderbilt. He is a long snapper. He had a special teams grade during the 2024 campaign of 70.3, where he played in 13 games. For the 2023 campaign, he had a special teams grade of 89.7. In the 2022 campaign, he had a grade of 85.9. And in the 2021 campaign, he had a grade of 76.4. And of course, he has the lowest overall grade for his most recent season. However, that is because the uptick in terms of competition of switching from Fordham to Vanderbilt. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up this special teams edition of Too Good for Theaters. Belichick probably just got off on this video, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below, whether or not you think these are serviceable picks, or if you think that the Patriots simply could have just waited until the end of the draft and picked these guys up as UFAs. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this video here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.